Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss any of our deep dive reviews. Today, we're going back in time to revisit a classic, an iconic machine from the mid-90s that still turns heads and earns respect on the street. Yes, we're talking about the 1995 Honda motorcycle, a bike that helped define what a reliable, performance-focused two-wheeler should be in its era. Whether you're a collector, a vintage bike enthusiast, or someone simply curious about where modern motorcycles get the DNA from, you're going to love this ride down memory lane. Let's kick things off by taking a close look at the exterior. The 1995 Honda bike strikes that perfect 90s aesthetic, muscular yet streamlined, with a clean design language that stands the test of time. The bodywork is minimalistic by today's standards, but it has this raw, mechanical appeal that many modern bikes just don't capture anymore. The paint jobs available that year ranged from bold reds and deep blues to sleek blacks and whites, often with tasteful decals and Honda badging that gave the bike a sporty, aggressive look. The frame design was rugged, the headlamp was usually a round halogen unit for most models, giving off that true retro vibe, and the seating was fairly simple but functional, offering both rider and pillion comfort. From the tank shape to the exhaust design, everything had a purpose and an attitude. It's a bike that looks like it means business even when it's parked. Now let's talk about performance. Depending on the model, whether you're talking about the legendary CB750, the CBR600F3, or even the Shadow series, the 1995 Honda motorcycles packed serious engineering. Take the CBR600F3 for instance, which came with a 599cc inline-4 engine producing close to 100 horsepower. That might not sound like much by modern superbike standards, but the lightweight chassis and well-balanced suspension made it a joy to ride both on twisty roads and urban streets. The throttle response was immediate, the gearbox was smooth, typically a 6-speed, and the engine had a nice linear power delivery that made it accessible to newer riders but still exciting for veterans. Honda's engineering excellence really shone in this era, offering bikes that were fast, nimble, and incredibly reliable. Even now, many of these 1995 models can hold their own against bikes that are 20 years newer. When it comes to safety features, we have to keep in mind that this was the mid-90s, so electronic rider aids like ABS or traction control weren't standard across the board like they are today. However, Honda still prioritized safety in the ways it could. The braking systems were solid. Most models came with dual front disc brakes and a rear disc that offered strong, predictable stopping power. The weight distribution and frame geometry also contributed to a balanced ride, making the bike less prone to instability during high-speed cornering or sudden stops. The tires in 1995 may not be as advanced as today's compounds, but Honda chose good quality rubber for its stock offerings, giving riders decent grip on both dry and wet surfaces. While it lacked modern tech, the 1995 Honda made up for it in mechanical integrity and rider confidence. What really sets the 1995 Honda motorcycles apart, though, are the unique selling points. One of the biggest is reliability. Honda had a reputation back then, and still does, for building engines that last forever. These bikes were practically bulletproof. You could ride one for years with regular maintenance and it would still fire up like the day it left the factory. Another key selling point was versatility. Models like the CB750 were fantastic for commuting, weekend rides, and even some light touring. The CBR models gave you a sport bike that was track-capable but comfortable enough for daily use. The Shadows gave cruiser lovers a stylish, laid-back ride with plenty of torque and street presence. And let's not forget Honda's superior build quality. Everything from the welds on the frame to the fit and finish of the plastics was top-notch. It wasn't just a motorcycle, it was a statement of quality and engineering excellence. Let's take a moment to talk about price. Back in 1995, depending on the model and market, these bikes ranged from around $4,000 to $7,500 brand new. Adjusted for inflation, that might not sound super cheap today, but you were absolutely getting a premium product for your money. What's more interesting is the current market value. If you're looking to buy a 1995 Honda bike today, especially one in good condition, you could find them anywhere from $2,500 to $6,000 depending on the model and mileage. For collectors, a mint condition 1995 Honda CBR or CB could even go for more. The affordability, combined with the timeless appeal and low maintenance costs, make it an excellent option for those looking to get into vintage motorcycling without breaking the bank. To wrap it all up, the 1995 Honda motorcycle is more than just a two-wheeled machine from the past. It's a reminder of a time when motorcycles were all about rider connection, mechanical purity, and enduring design. It doesn't rely on fancy electronics or marketing gimmicks. Instead, it earns your respect through performance, reliability, and old-school cool. Whether you're a seasoned rider looking to relive the golden days or a younger enthusiast curious about what riding was like before the digital age, the 1995 Honda delivers in spades. It's the kind of bike that teaches you how to ride, how to feel the road, and how to appreciate what truly matters in motorcycling. So if you ever get the chance to swing a leg over one, don't hesitate, you might just fall in love. Thanks for sticking with us for this nostalgic trip through Honda history. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your fellow riders. Drop a comment below if you've ever owned or ridden a 1995 Honda, and tell us what you loved, or even what you didn't. We'd love to hear your stories. Until next time, ride safe, respect the road, and we'll catch you in the next one.